Hello, children. Welcome to the digital classes of Christ Church Convent Higher Secondary School, Gadawara. I am Amit Toshniwal, your accounts teacher. This video is for class 12th. Subject is accounts. Chapter number 12, Analysis of Financial Statements, Part 1. Children, in previous chapter you studied that financial statements are prepared by every business at the end of accounting period. When we talk about companies, then they have to prepare at least two: the position statement, or you can say balance sheet, or income statement, that is a statement of profit and loss. So what is the meaning of analysis of financial statement? Children, this is a process of classifying figures so that they can be depicted in a simple form, and some conclusions can be drawn out of which policies, plans, schemes, and further plannings can be made. Suppose you are given example, you can see on your screen that suppose in a year 2018 business is earning rupees 5 lakh and business B earning 6 lakh, but sales are different. They are 20 lakhs and 30 lakhs. So the profitability of this business is more. So we can find out in terms of percentage to know which business is getting more return. So for this, profit upon total sales multiply 100, it comes to 25% for business A, and for business B, profit upon sales multiply 100, it comes 20%. So when we see the figures, so we can miscalculate, or we can take it as a miss that business B is earning more profit, it is 6 lakhs. But when we convert it in form of percentage or in the form of ratio, then it's quite easy and becomes simple to know that business A is earning 25% return and business B is earning only 20%. So looking simply at the figures, we cannot justify the financial position, for which analysis of financial statement is done. So we'll do the same in this lesson. First of all, you shall learn some theory questions, the theory related to this. So moving towards that, we are starting with characteristics of analysis. First one is, it presents comparison of various financial data. Second is, this is an art of simplifying complex data into so that they become understandable. It shows the changes in financial items. It classifies the financial items into different categories, and we will have various methods for the analysis of financial statements. So these are simple characteristics you can learn. Now we'll move on to our next topic, that is objective of financial analysis. This is an important question. Normally it comes for 5 marks in board examination. First, we can get the knowledge of earning capacity of business, whether in what proportion profit is being earned for the capital invested into the business, and on the basis of that, the future capacity and the prospects can be determined. Number 2, knowledge of credit worthiness. It helps to determine short and long term solvency of the concern. Means it shows cash inflow and cash outflow. Whether business is capable in recovering its debts, and cash flow is in an appropriate manner, or else the recovery of money or cash is less. So that only will decide the solvency of the business. So solvency means whether business would be able to make the repayments of different liabilities in upcoming futures or not. फाइनेंशियल साउंडनेस का नॉलेज भी इससे होता है. सो मनी इज़ यूज्ड फॉर द डेवलपमेंट एंड डाइवर्सिफिकेशन ऑफ द बिजनेस. सो whether the business is earning sufficient money, what is its financial status, it can be known through analysis of financial statements. Next is comparative study of performance. Financial statements are made every year at the end of accounting period. If a business wants to compare the current figures with the previous ones, so it becomes easy. Moreover, the same figures can be compared with the statement of other organizations or with the other firms to know the profitability and financial position. Apart from this, it helps in preparing budget, and we can know the trend of business. Moreover, it helps to simplify the financial data. So these are the objectives of financial statements. Now we'll move on to the next topic, significance, or you can say importance of financial statement analysis. So there are different users of financial statements, and they are divided in two categories: internal users and external users. So all the users, those who are associated with a concern or with an organization, they all want to know about the financial soundness and solvency of the business. So they have their different motives and purposes to know about financial position. So we'll divide into different categories. The first is significance for the management. So management is the one who is organizing and administrating or controlling, supervising, everything is being done by the management. So management must know that in what direction business is going, so that they can achieve higher profits, they can sustain economic soundness and solvency. Moreover, analysis enables the management to compare the performance of the business with other business firms and with themselves also, means with their own. So whichever shortcomings in performance are occurring, they can be removed by making proper policies. So this is the most significance character of financial analysis for the management. Second is significance for investors. See, it's a simple general thing that anyone, those means who is investing his money somewhere, so they want an assurance that their money is safe and they will get a good return out of it. So their expectation is not wrong. What they are thinking, so they are thinking to get a good return. So they compare the performance of different business organizations, and accordingly they invest their money with the organization whose soundness is good. And this can be observed and taken into consideration when analysis of financial statements are published in a business gazette, or it is communicate with other media forms. So when they are totally assured, then they take a keen interest to invest their money with the organization or with an enterprise. Then next is significance for creditors and debenture holders. So they too are investors in the company. They are giving loans, they are lending money to the business, whether they are creditors or they are debenture holders. So they want to know the solvency and financial soundness, whether they will मतलब भविष्य में उनको पैसा मिल जाएगा कि नहीं. They think that no, कि the money that we are giving them, जो लोन दे रहे हैं, so will return it back or not. इंटरेस्ट तो दूर की बात है. They, no doubt they think about the interest, but they think about their return, कि the money invested डूब तो नहीं जाएगा पैसा, bad debts तो नहीं होगा. So for them, so they simply can observe by seeing the financial statements and its analysis. So they see the increase and decrease of financial status of an organization, and accordingly they decide, they take a decision whether loan has to be given or not. Significance for the government. All the firms, organizations, whether they are sole or partnership or company, they are working under the roof of government. Government is the banner, means no economic activity can be done which is illegal. It should be legal, should not go beyond the act, law. कानून नाम की भी कोई चीज़ होती है भाई. तो गवर्नमेंट को ये सिग्निफिकेंस है कि गवर्नमेंट कीप्स एन आई एंड विजिलेंस दैट कि नो फर्जी कंपनी, no forgery, no fraud company is established or incorporated. What accounting work they are doing, it is well and up to date, it is being audited, and accordingly when some complexity arises, when some problems arises from the firms by the Chamber of Commerce, so they put it before the government, and government make industrial policies accordingly. Apart from this, it helps government to collect the tax revenues. So different types of taxes are levied on these organizations: export duty, import duty, custom duty, sales tax, corporate tax, income tax, etc., etc. So all these can be collected when financial statements are presented before the government. So this is an important characteristics. I mean to say, analysis of financial statements is very, very important for the government. Now, next topic is limitation of financial analysis. See, everything cannot be disclosed by a piece of paper. There are some secrets and mysteries which have to be kept confidential, and everything cannot be disclosed. So something is lacking. कुछ चीज़ें ऐसी हैं जो पेपर से पता तो नहीं चलेंगी, ठीक है. So what are they? Distrustful results. So actually it cannot be. See, whenever I talk about limitations, either in economics or in accounts, I always say, when one has to criticize to someone, then आप ढूंढ सकते हो बहुत सारी गलतियाँ, फिर ऐसा तो कोई काम ही नहीं होगा. तो लिमिटेशंस यानी कि उसके क्रिटिसाइज़ करना, उसकी कमियां निकालना या उसको ढूंढना. तो माइट बी भाई सब कुछ कहीं ना कहीं कुछ ना कुछ तो रहेगा. तो these are not the true ones, but up to some extent it happens. So first one is distrustful results. Company may enter wrong transactions, wrong entries, wrong records, and they can make their accounting books fake. So the results which are produced, they may be distrustful. Limited scope. Why it is limited? Because all the quantitative elements are being recorded, not qualitative. Therefore it has got limited scope. Moreover, जो accounting work होता है, it follows a certain standard, certain norms. So which fundamental assumptions are kept into the mind, which accounting principles are kept into the mind, accordingly financial statements are made. So scope is limited. Lack of qualitative analysis, about which I just discussed. सी अकाउंटिंग बना ही इसके लिए जिसमें क्वांटिटी मेंशन करें, क्वालिटी मेंशन करना है तो कहीं और जाओ ना भैया, फिर इसकी ये बुराई क्यों करना? जिसका जो काम वही, जिसका काम उसी को साजे, है ना? तो अकाउंटिंग का काम ही है फिगर्स को मेंटेन करना, मतलब जो ट्रांजैक्शंस हुआ है उसी को। मॉनेटरी बिजनेस क्या है? रोकड़ा आए रोकड़ा जाए, मतलब बिजनेस दो भाषा समझता है, रोकड़े की और गुड्स यानी कि जो माल आ और जा रहा है, सर्विसेज, बस दैट्स इट। उसके अलावा उसको मतलब नहीं है। तुम लालू कालू भालू लल्लू जगदर कोई भी हो, डजंट मैटर, है ना? तो अब ये कहता है कि लैक ऑफ क्वालिटेटिव एनालिसिस। अब क्वालिटेटिव एनालिसिस क्या होते हैं? एम्प्लॉय की ऑनेस्टी, उसका डेडिकेशन, डिवोशन, ओवर टाइम, उसका गुडविल, ये सब चीज़ें, उसकी एफिशिएंसी, ये सब चीज़ें उसमें रिकॉर्ड नहीं होती। तो वो रिकॉर्ड होती हैं मैनेजमेंट के दिमाग में, और अकॉर्डिंगली एन एम्प्लॉय गेट्स प्रमोशन, स्टेटस, पोस्ट एट्सेट्रा, उस पर उसको वो मिलेगा। तो दिस इज़ द वर्क ऑफ मैनेजमेंट। इट कम्स अंडर बिजनेस स्टडीज़, नॉट इन इकोनॉमिक्स और इन अकाउंट्स. So it cannot be considered as a limitation of this, but it is in your course, you have to learn it. Now, based on incomplete informations, when they are presented in the forms of percentage or in the forms of ratio, then it may not present the real picture, the real scenario of the financial position. No verification of results. It is not possible. Without verification, nothing can be written. In accounting books, verification होता है, उनकी auditing होती है, CA के थ्रू होती है, auditors करते हैं. तो ये तो बिल्कुल सरासर सफ़ेद झूठ है यहाँ पर, है ना? तो verifications are not made. But what is being talked about? Sometimes productions, profits, sales, etc. are affected by the flood, earthquake, war, deflation, and in such cases comparison and verification is not possible. It is possible. So every time the financial statements cannot produce the same picture, or it cannot go in the same manner. When there is an adversity in the market, either it is created by the circumstances of the nation or created by nature. नेचुरल क्लैमिटी आ जाएगी तो फिर बिज़नेस, जैसा अभी कोरोना आ गया तो सारा बिज़नेस ठप हो गया. तो अब ये नहीं कह सकते कि बिज़नेस ठीक से नहीं चल रहा है या इसमें कोई फ़ायदा नहीं है. पिछले 30 सालों से फ़ायदा था, इस साल नहीं है क्योंकि देयर इज़ अ पैंडमिक. तो फिर वहाँ पर ये चीज़ जो होगी वो वेरिफिकेशन हम रिजल्ट्स का नहीं कर सकते. Lack of universality. Financial analysis which are made by the institution, they are made for their own interest and according to their own standards. But in different nations, in different organization, the same transaction, the same head is considered in on different standard, at different norms, and they are recorded in their own form, in their own standards. So I mean to say, the principles of accounts are not universal, and writing accounts has got many methods. Various methods are there. So which method is being adopted, so on the basis of that accounting will be done. जैसे तुमने फर्स्ट चैप्टर पढ़ा होगा इसी बुक का, NPO, जैसे डोनेशन होता है तो सम ऑफ द Accountants and experts, they believe that donation should be considered as capital revenue. Some of them considered as it should be revenue item. कोई उसको मानता है capital item. ऐसे सब्सक्रिप्शन होता है, एंडोमेंट फंड्स हैं. तो ऐसी बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं जहाँ पर अलग अलग अकाउंटेंट्स अलग अलग व्यू रखते हैं. तो यूनिवर्सलिटी नहीं है प्रिंसिपल की, और उसको ग्रांट करने की मतलब एक्सेप्ट करने की चीज़ एक सी नहीं होती. तो दिस इज़ द एंड ऑफ वीडियो. लर्न दीज क्वेश्चंस वेरी वेल, दे कम इन एग्जामिनेशन. थैंक यू.